This is Rummy's Corner.
Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker. This one is another damn interesting heavyweight matchup that is mighty tricky to predict. This one will happen on the February 22nd card at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, on the fight card of the century, headlined by the rematch between Beterviev and Bivol, live worldwide on DAZN. Dynamite Dubois will be making the second defense of his IBF title, and for Parker, this is his first title shot since losing the WBO belt in a unification bout against Anthony Joshua all the way back in 2018. Both of these heavyweights have been on a nice hot streak of late. Since being knocked out against Juggernaut Joe Joyce, Parker has now won 5 fights in a row. And since being knocked out against Alexander Usyk, Dubois has now won 3 fights in a row. And between them, there are some damn impressive victories in there. Parker made a big statement on the Boxing Day of Reckoning when he squared off against another former heavyweight champion, long-reigning WBC champion Deontay Wilder. This was the first time Wilder and Joshua were ever featured on the same card, and the expectation going into this one was that Wilder and AJ would both emerge victorious, setting up a long-awaited better late than never showdown. But that didn't happen. Instead, Parker completely neutralized Wilder's nuclear right, and he thoroughly outboxed and outclassed Wilder in a one-sided fight where Parker won by impressive unanimous decision victory. Parker followed that up by making another big-time statement, this one against the hard-hitting southpaw Big Bang Zhang. Zhang himself was coming off of impressive back-to-back victories against Parker's former conqueror, the Juggernaut. Parker was clever and crafty in this one, where he systematically outboxed another powerhouse heavyweight, overcoming adversity along the way, rising from 2 knockdowns, where he quickly recovered from each and went back to work. Parker was able to largely neutralize Zhang's lethal left, and he was otherwise able to absorb the ones that got through, knockdowns aside. Parker was able to outwork and out-hustle Zhang for most of the fight, and at the end of 12 rounds, Parker was awarded a majority decision. Dubois also fought on the Boxing Day of Reckoning, and his opponent was Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Dubois put forth a dominant effort in this one where he was able to cleverly outwork and outmaneuver Miller throughout most of the contest. Dubois was clearly the more skilled and talented of the two, but Miller did test Dubois along the way. Even when Miller tried imposing his will on Dubois and tried roughing him up, Dubois remained focused and disciplined. Late in the fight, Dubois was really pouring it on where he had Miller staggering all around the ring, and the fight was ultimately stopped late in the 10th and final round. After that, Dubois got the opportunity to face Filip Hrgović for the IBF interim title. This one quickly evolved into an entertaining slugfest that at times almost resembled a game of Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Hrgović was landing some nice rights early, Dubois was taking them well and firing back, and both of them were landing hard clubbing shots. Dubois started becoming more effective and he unloaded a more spirited offense, resulting in increased damage on the eyes of Hrgović. Dubois started battering Hrgović in round 8, and the fight was ultimately stopped. A few weeks later, Dubois was promoted to IBF champion after Usyk vacated the belt, about a month or so after Usyk made boxing history, becoming the first undisputed world heavyweight champion in the modern 4-belt era. In his most recent bout, Dubois put his IBF title on the line against former 2-time unified heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua. Going into this one, a lot of people believed that Joshua would emerge victorious, marking him as a 3-time heavyweight champion, but that didn't happen. Instead, this one quickly became a one-sided mismatch, where Dubois hammered and destroyed AJ, knocking him down time and time again, dropping him a total of 4 times, the last scoring a highlight reel knockout in round 5. It was a tremendous victory for Dubois, and that is where we stand. So who will win? Parker completely neutralized the nuclear right of Deontay Wilder. He largely shut down the lethal left of Zhang, and now he's going up against another powerhouse puncher in Dubois. One of the big keys to success for Parker in those big wins was his economical movement, where he almost never provides a foe with a stationary target. His elusive head and upper body movement combined with his subtly quick feet, it is all working together very effectively. Parker has more big fight experience, and with his two most recent victories, I would say that Parker has learned from this and fine-tuned his style in such a way that he's become more mature and more measured. The sum of these experience points has added to his ring IQ. Dubois has bounced back amazingly since losing to Usyk, where he has truly redefined himself and his position in the heavyweight landscape. Dubois is durable, determined, and hungry, and coming off of that sensational victory against Joshua, his confidence is at an all-time high. He outboxed and outfought a very tough guy in Miller, and then he outgunned Hrgovic, who himself is a good puncher with a strong chin. And then he marched in there and absolutely obliterated Joshua. Part of what makes this fight so damn interesting is that Parker has proven to be slicker and craftier than Dubois' recent opponents. And Parker has excelled against two powerhouse punchers in Zhang and Wilder, and now he is going up against another powerhouse puncher, but one who is younger, more athletic, and possesses a more energetic style. So will Parker's economical movement win the day, where he provides a slippery target who can win a tactical boxing match? Or will Dubois' firepower and confidence and energy levels enable him to get to Parker in ways that Zhang and especially Wilder could not? Full disclosure, I have underestimated both of these guys an awful lot in recent years. I thought Wilder would simply overpower Parker and make quick work of him, but I was wrong and that didn't happen. I believe that Zhang, being less gun-shy than Wilder, would find a way to consistently get to Parker and ultimately stop him, but I was wrong. That didn't happen either. On the other side, I thought Miller was tough and strong enough that he was a terrible rebound opponent for Dubois, but Triple D proved me wrong in that one. Then I believed that Hrgovic would simply prove better than Dubois, and that also did not happen, where I was wrong again. I did believe that Dubois had the style and strengths to get to AJ, and that wound up happening, but broken clock twice a day and all that. Bottom line for me, I have an extremely difficult time picking against Parker right now. Parker's style is fundamentally different from any of the recent guys Dubois has beaten, and one that I do believe could cause Dubois some problems he has not dealt with on his recent winning streak. But on the flip side, the youth, athleticism, and confidence of Dubois will undoubtedly present Parker with some difficulty, unlike anything a reluctant Wilder or a lethargic Zhang were able to provide. At the end of the day, however, I think activity level factors into this. After losing against Joyce, Parker won 5 in a row in a span of like 14 months, and I think staying active was a key for Parker. But that last fight against Zhang was last March, almost a year ago now. Meanwhile, Dubois has fought twice since then, with the huge win against AJ coming back in September. I cannot help but think that this might result in a little ring rust for Parker, even if it is just enough to provide Dubois a few more windows of opportunity along the way. I am very hesitant to pick against Joseph Parker right now, but at the end of the day, I'm even more hesitant to pick against Dubois, who is fresher and coming off of what was a career-changing victory. I think Parker will make a strong account of himself, but I think Dubois will get to him early enough and often enough that he will throw Parker off his game. Maybe not as early and definitively as he did against Joshua, but I think it will happen all the same. For my official prediction, I am taking Daniel Dubois by 9th round stoppage. But as always, what the hell do I know? I ain't exactly Quasimodo over here. But I am extremely fired up for the fascinating clash of styles. And in my opinion, the winner of this one becomes the most deserving challenger for Usyk. Best of luck to both Dubois and Parker. I cannot wait. Watch Dubois versus Parker on a truly terrific fight card. The fight card of the century, featuring the undisputed light heavyweight rematch on the undisputed global home of boxing, live worldwide on DAZN. Click the link in the description to buy the pay-per-view now with no subscription required. And for those interested, my exclusive Beterviev Bivol rematch preview is available now on DAZN. Who do you think will win? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and have a wonderful night. This is Rummy's Corner.
You know, Quasimodo predicted all this.